another potato print along. My name's James, I'm the potato printer, and today we are joined by our special guest, Katie Davison. Katie, hello.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
So today we took Katie's request and we're going to potato print a penguin. I'm gonna level with you now. This is going to be pretty challenging. She's gone for something pretty tough for week 3. Those of you that got the template, you should have printed that out and cut out the pieces. This is what you should have hopefully have received there. So I'm going to be showing you how to cut out the body, the belly, and all the little pieces now. So that's that. You need one of these big old spud. Katie, what kind of potato are you using today?
Okay, so I have Sainsbury's Finest bag of random potatoes. He's a little worse for wear, I will be honest. He's got some lumps and bumps. I've got 2 of them just in case. I don't know if that's useful.
I think. I mean, I'm going to try and get by on one. One should be fine if it's a good size. Obviously,
okay, but what if it's got all this nonsense going on?
Oh, look! I mean, you could do some nice little detailing with that. But you know, let's see how we get on with. Let's just see if we can get through this session. So a bit of health and safety at the top. Obviously, we're using knives. I'm glad to report that I've not heard of any accidents so far, but apart from Katie, I can't hear anyone scream if they do lose a finger. So be careful, go slowly. I'm always having near misses every day, and it's going to happen. The look's going to run out one of these days. So do be careful. So we'll get cracking. Let's start cutting the potatoes. So what we want to be doing is chopping it down the middle lengthways. So we end up with something like this. You end up there with 2 halves like that. Okay. Now then, on this other camera here, you'll see the penguin and the template that we've got there. We're going to start with the body first. Now you'll see. Now some of you, if you're lucky, will have a potato that will cover both the body and the wings. As you can see on here, you know, we're not that lucky. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to snip these wings off, and we'll treat these as separate pieces. How big's your potato, Katie, in comparison to the body?
I'm going to level with you. I've had to move on to my second potato already.
Oh my God.
We'll tell you what, right, this is what we're working with, okay? That's not that bad. There is some overhang.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I do this. He's got a bit of bum hanging out the bottom, and I can just make it up with another bit of potato.
Yeah, you could do that, or you could just trim the body down so it fits the shape. So just basically kind of like
same shape but smaller.
Just make it a little bit smaller.
Okay.
That's probably what I'd advise there. What I'm going to crack on with is going to apply this template onto the potato. So ink of the template against the flat surface of the potato, and I'm just going to try and get this into view here. And yeah, I'm just going to basically follow this contour around.
Wait, James, you can't see your hand.
Oh.
There we go. Sweet.
There we go. I tell you what we'll do. We'll move this camera into the main view, just so that might hopefully there we go.
Nice.
Yeah. So what we should hopefully have here now is a decent shape. I'm just going to tidy that up. Let's just pull this out here.
Mm. Okay, so I'll be honest with you. The only art I've done in the last like 10 years has been a paint by numbers during this pandemic. So this is really new territory for me. Oh no.
What have you done?
Oh, I don't know. I just think I'm not a very spatial person. So this is like maths wise, this is creating issues for me. Just going to add some potato to it.
So what's your week been like so far, Katie? Tell us a little bit about your week so far to date.
So it's been all right, actually. I'm one of the lucky ones who's been furloughed. So it's kind of pretty chill, really. I've been making some comedy videos.
Yeah?
One of them is I've been doing stuff with a green screen, which kind of takes a lot of time to edit. And I've just finished that edit today. But yeah, not too bad.
What was that? What was that one about?
So I make lots of sort of comedy videos. This one was about the first time you go to the pub after lockdown. So it's all your friends and how they've turned into like people who are like obsessed with fitness or oh no. Okay, oh no, this is all right. They've become obsessed with fitness or they've become codependent with their partner, you know, that kind of sort of light-hearted stuff.
Lovely.
Yeah.
When's that going live?
Well, tell you what, it's so hard to know when to go live. I was thinking Sunday. Is Monday a better day? Don't know. People back at work.
Really...
Sorry?
All the days are merging into one, aren't they? So
well, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've got this shape now. Now you'll see on the body template, I've drawn a dotted line around the belly. There's two approaches that we can do with this. We can either scoop out this area here. This basically where the belly would be. So we'll end up with like a white space rather than applying white paint over the top, which can be quite tricky. What we're going to do, I think, is because again, scooping out is also quite a tricky technique and probably something I wouldn't want to do live because I probably will have an accident. So I'm going to move on to the other side of the potato and cut that belly out separately. So I'm just going to pop that on like so. And quickly
so James, have you ever done this with any other kind of vegetables?
I get asked, no, I haven't actually. I've tried a fair few of the potatoes, but a lot of the stuff is naturally quite waxy. So I've used some like waxy potatoes before, and the paint just tends to like skid around on the page. So I imagine like carrots and parsnips would again be quite waxy. The thing with potatoes, because there's a lot of water in them and they're quite spongy, like they also last for like a few days. So I don't know if anyone else has found, but like, you know, 2 or 3 days after, the potato is still in pretty good shape to do stuff with, and you can either recast it or reshape it, and it seems to last. Or eat it, you know.
You can eat bleach, you can eat potatoes that have had the chemicals on it. How about squashes? Squashes are quite wet.
And they're big. But they're
tell you what,
they're not readily available.
A little bit taken out.
You're going to scoop, are you? You're going to scoop it?
I've already started, actually, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Mad?
So what I'm doing now with the excess of the potato that I had on this one is I've got quite a nice shape here. I don't know if you can see. I'm just trying to bring that into view, and I'm now going to cut out one of the wings here. So I'm just going to apply that over the top here, and you'll see that that is a really nice fit. If you don't necessarily have that shape from your offcut of the potato, obviously just apply it down on a flat piece and make your shape that way. But yeah, I was quite happy with what I've got going there. So, what are your top tips then, Katie, for people during the lockdown? How do you survive it?
Okay, so number one, I reckon don't watch the news. I've watched quite little news, like minimal news, because it's not saying anything new. Hour by hour for sure.
Yeah.
Eat good food is another tip. Like, if you're not eating good food, what's the point? Oh no, I've cut my paper. Oh, it does get very wet, doesn't it? The paper.
It does. It does. Yeah, it can be quite. It can be quite slippery. I should have put down there a cloth, shouldn't I, on the list of things. I'll add that for next week. So I've now got 2 wings there, which I'm fairly happy with. But yeah, I think they'll sit quite nicely coming out the side of the penguin. And now we've got what have we got now? The beak and the feet. So I'll just bring the potato into view here, and again got the beak there. Apply that down like so, and we'll just cut that away.
Actually, I think one of the main things with the lockdown is, like, if you can be creative like this, it's actually a really good time to pretend that you are an artist full time. I found, in the way that, like, when you go to Edinburgh, you sort of pretend that you're a professional comedian for a month.
For a month.
Yeah, this is sort of like time to pretend that, for me anyway, that I'm a professional
artist.
It's just very simple. I just picked up some potatoes and really just got creative with it. I would never do this.
No, I mean you don't see this in like Good Housekeeping, do you?
You don't. It's an absolute whitewash. Unbelievable.
So we're now moving on to the feet. Obviously, he's got 2 feet, but we just need 1 print. So we'll just pop this on the potato. Where should we cut it out? Go there. So what was the last? So what was the bit of artwork that you'd done during the lockdown, Katie? What you said that you'd produced something. What was it?
Yeah. Well, I've been doing paint by numbers.
Paint by numbers.
It's that sort of like Frenchy one where what's that bit at the top of Paris where there's the big church and like the market and the Moulin Rouge and that bit.
That bit.
It's there. There's a bench. It's like, tell you what, it is actually like acrylic one rather than watercolor. It's very good value. It's like $7.99, but it is from a factory in China, so all the paints are dry now.
Oh.
Unless that's normal. Is that normal? How long do paints last?
Depends. Like, yeah, if the lids stay on, then it should be fine. But
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't have thought that they shouldn't have dried out now. When did you get them?
Like literally at the beginning of lockdown, so like a month ago-ish.
Yeah.
I really sort of lent into the not doing anything live.
Okay, so I think that should be a decent foot. And yeah, so that's kind of like what we should be aiming for. And then we've just got the eyes to do. So let's just whack these on here.
So with the eyes, how are we going to manoeuvre them?
Quizzes have you been doing, Katie?
How many what, sorry?
Quizzes. Have they been a staple?
I have done 0 quizzes.
You're very lucky.
Hate quizzes, like normally. And so why is suddenly everyone obsessed with quizzes? I wouldn't do them normally. I do them like absolutely begrudgingly. I don't know any general knowledge. I don't retain information like that. I just know. Do you have any tips for making the eyes not like to make them circular rather than lines?
Let's have a look. Let's try and what have you ended up with?
Kind of like hexagonal, like that.
I mean, I tend to. It's quite difficult.
Do this.
Yeah. It's literally just trying to take tiny bits off at a time. If you have a spoon to hand, using the edge of that just to kind of like
I think I've done it actually.
Blunt the sides. That's a. I
managed to do it in this motion, holding the knife, pulling it towards my eyes. That's how I did it. So sweet, done.
What a thing to see live on YouTube.
That's good value, isn't it?
Isn't it? I think I might well be in breach of their terms and conditions. I think if that was to
inciting violence.
Yeah. So hopefully that's the other eye there. So yeah, that one is still quite a bit dirty. But I can live with those. So what's that? That's the beak, feet, links there. Great. And then the pupil. There we go. So what I'll do here is just again taking some offcuts, and I'm just going to try and turn these into a small pupil.
You're not worried about people stealing your designs? It's like apparently.
Now I am.
Apparently, one of the most closely kept secrets are the designs for roller coasters.
Really?
Like different, theme parks hate sharing any plans for their roller coasters because it's so unique, and obviously, like, there's not roller coasters all over the place.
Yeah.
You can only go to a certain select group of people. But if someone else steals your design for a brilliant roller coaster before you've managed to execute it,
gosh,
that's your season ruined.
Yeah. No, I haven't really cost them. I mean, I think it take. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Sorry,
I
I've
don't
given you
own potato printing, do I? You know, it's quite, you know, I guess, yeah, the equivalent is, yeah, it's no different to comedy in a way, is it? You know, people
True.
do, you know, and that's
Tell
what's
you
been
what,
really seeing other people's prints at the end of it. Like, even though they followed the same design, all of them look completely different.
a lot more shit than yours. Is that what you're saying?
Swearing. I'm sorry.
Sorry there. Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
Wow, you've made it all this way in, and that's the first time I've sworn. That's incredible.
You've done very well.
Thank you. No, but that has been a real thing of the lockdown to me has been plagiarism online. So many people stealing other people's jokes. It's awful.
Awful. It's awful. There is one illustrator that I follow on Instagram, and she's had a whole range of work completely pilfered in China and turned into stickers. And yeah, and they've ended up in like shops and outlets and all the rest of it, and completely bypassed her. She was just like, "Oh, what?" And yeah, it's
terrible,
staggering.
And then she's got no recourse on that.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So it's now time to print. So we're going to obviously start with the body. So let's crack the black paint out. I'm just going to try and let's see if we can. Okay, yeah, a little bit more room there. Okay, so get a bit of black paint going, and we're just going to cover the potato as best we can.
Okay.
Okay, and then just apply this down the page. Okay, and then push down quite hard. Get enough surface area going. And hopefully that will leave up. Now you see there, that was a dirty, great big gap there. Let's just do our best to.
Uh-oh.
How's it going?
Coming out the sides.
You need advice.
You know, it's coming out the sides of the potato.
Oh dear.
May have put too much paint on. Okay.
There we go. Great. Okay. And then we need to get the wings on. So it's just a case then of lining this up as best we can with the side of the body. So let's bring this into camera a little bit better so you can see what I'm trying to do there. Like so. And the same on the other wing.
Oh dear.
That was a concerned laugh, Katie. What's
It's not concerned. I mean, I know what's gone wrong.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's very thick paint.
It's
Turns out you're not supposed to put that much on.
It's black. Working with black paint is really, really hard because it is just naturally just really thick and gloopy, and it's just so unforgiving. Like I hate working with it, to be honest with you. But yeah, we are where we are. Sorry?
I still stick by my choice.
Yeah. So, okay, so we've got the wings and the body on there. It's now time to give this a blast with the hairdryer. If you don't have a hairdryer to hand, it'll probably it takes quite a while to dry, but yeah, if you follow the next steps, it should all come clear what we need to do. So I'm just going to give this a quick blast. Apologies for the sound. Oh, goodness.
Lovely.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's still a bit tacky, but it should be all right. What we're going to try doing now is putting the belly on. Obviously, if we'd those are more adventurous with you, but it'd be good to see if you did follow it, the scooping route. We would end up with a hole there if we chose to scoop out, which is yeah, tricky but doable. I'm just wrestling with the white paint. 1 second. Okay.
Have you tried any different types of paints with this?
Mainly just acrylics, just because they're pretty cheap. Yeah. I'd love to do something with oils, but yeah, cost is just a bit too rich for me, and potatoes.
Well, yeah,
okay,
themselves.
We're going to get the belly on.
Right, you've just gone on? Oh, no, you haven't.
No.
Right.
I have to put way too much on. Okay, no, I can live with that. I can just about live with that. I got excited and put way too much on. Yeah, ideally I would have taken a bit of paint off before I applied it, but it's okay. It's all right. What I'm doing now is I'll put the eyeballs on. That's one. Just gonna touch that up a little bit. Okay, and then it's time just to give that another blast with the hairdryer. Okay. And now we need to put on the beak and the feet. So it's going to mix up a bit of orange. As is yours looking, Katie? How are you getting on?
Really poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this penguin is not well. I'm enjoying myself, but
yeah, that's the main thing.
well, exactly. You know, who needs to be good at anything these days?
I mean, yeah, I mean, Trump's got where he is, you know.
Precisely.
Cool. So I've got a nice orange there.
Ooh,
Isn't that a nice orange?
lovely that.
Lovely. Gonna.
Oh dear. Too much maybe.
Okay, and then put in the beak.
Oh dear.
So. It's becoming quite tricky.
Yeah, what's your approach? I'm just hovering here.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's quite tricky because I'm trying to try and show, but I keep on getting my hand in the way of the camera. So yeah, it's just a case of like trying to, you know, use your fingers almost as like a kind of a support to then kind of drop the beak into place. And then apply pressure where you can, and then be very careful as you lift off. Now, yeah, you'll see there that the white just hadn't dried in time. So I'm just going to apply some more orange, and hopefully that should touch up. Normally, yeah, you'd wait to dry, or you know. Hopefully you'll start to get the idea of just how you can layer up like this, and it's very, very difficult when you've got such a colours like black, which is such a dark base colour, to then layer over punchy colours like orange over the top. I can live with that. I can live with that now. And then we pop in the pupils. So I'm just going to dab a little bit of blue in there. And there we go. Pretty quick penguin there. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but hopefully gave you a good idea of how to do it. Casey, how are you? How are you looking? How's it looking?
Well, I'd get yourself a copyright lawyer if I were you.
That's amazing.
I mean, he's a bit
That's not
squiffy.
data printed, or you know, just done paint by numbers of somewhere, you know, fairly generic in France. I think that's a really, really good effort. Better than Jay the other week.
Ooh, I'll tell her.
I know. News gets round.
Yeah,
Well,
what I'm disappointed with is this little sort of black splodge.
Yeah, it looks a bit. I mean, it looks a bit like a tail from here.
Yeah,
You know.
or a bit
Yeah,
rude.
yeah. It's a shame about the belly, but that you could touch that up. You could still
Put some white on
yeah,
top.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Lovely.
Sweet.
Well, that's that. Katie, thanks very much for joining us. Where can people find your work?
On YouTube, actually.
Yeah.
I believe my is Katie Davison 08. How about a comment under your video with my link?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, like last week and the week before, I would really love to see everybody's penguins. So please either send me them in a story, tag me in a story, or send them in a message, whichever way you feel comfortable. It's always great to see how people have fared. And yeah, any questions or requests in terms of other things we protect from each week, let me know, and yeah, we'll add them into the schedule. We're doing this again next week, next Friday, 8 o'clock. I'll be joined by Ben Tarjay, which will be a lot of fun.
Ooh.
I know.
That'd be great. Much better than me.
And yeah, he's a lot of fun. So do tell your friends, share about it, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time, take care. See you later.
Bye.
Bye bye.